It was a weekend split for the South Dakota women, picking up a big road win at St. Thomas before falling at South Dakota State on Saturday. Here to talk about all that is head coach Kayla Karius. And Kayla, St. Thomas, you hit the road there, and it was a rough first three quarters for you in terms of just not being able to get over the hump. But one nice thing is you changed that whole direction that you guys had been in the fourth quarter of late and put up a big one.
Yeah, we did. I think credit St. Thomas's defense. The first half we really just couldn't get a lot going, and a really low scoring first half we felt like. And even in the third quarter, it felt like our shots were there, just weren't maybe falling the right way. And they've got a couple of really nice players, and Amber Scalia and Jade Hill played really well. Of course, Joe Langben. I don't think enough people are talking about her. The way she finishes inside at a 71% clip, it's really impressive. But it started the fourth quarter, we started to turn it around and started pressing and upping the tempo a little bit. And our team responded really well. I was proud of them for just staying resilient. Sometimes it's not pretty, but it is a 40-minute game, and so you've got to stay with it. Once we started getting momentum flipped to our side in the fourth quarter and shots started falling, then we were in a good spot there to go and have a chance to go and win the game.
Yeah, how did you see their confidence level change when things started going better in that final frame? Because, you needed it.
It was a big difference. As soon as we got a couple of the and ones, those were huge. So we got a steal, and then Grace converted one, and then Kendall had a great left-handed layup attack and just missed it, but Grace got another rebound and an and one, and just simple plays like that you can just, it's amazing how much our bench got into it, and their whole demeanor just changed, and it's really cool to see. Of course, as your team is growing and continuing to mature, you want to see those things earlier in the game, of course, but for them to be able to flip it and just, even when things aren't going well, to be able to turn it around, I think says a lot about them.
Oh, we got to talk about the finish, because that was one to remember. Certainly, you get an inbound with 0.4 seconds remaining, tie game, and timeout, and Mike Jewett grabs the board. Talk to me about what the conversation was like, what the play was there.
Well, let's go back to possession before, because it was a tie game with 20 seconds and they advanced it. So really important for us to get the stop. And we talked about, are we going to go man, or are we going to go zone? And at that point we decided to go zone and force a tough shot. And Tori DePerry closed on Jade Hill really quickly. And in fact, it was pretty much about the same spot. She hit the game winner last week against Oral Roberts, and we corralled the rebound. I thought there might have been a bit more time, but when they only give you 0.4, you're thinking this is going to be really quick. We practiced a version of that play before in practice, but maybe not quite exactly that personnel and that exact situation. Great draw by our assistant coach, Mike Jewett, who knew that it was going to be a quick catch and shoot. Tori DePerry is the right person for it. Hadn't scored a field goal all game, had gotten to the free throw line a couple times, but otherwise hadn't seen it go in, but was the right person because she's a great athlete. You need someone who's just going to go up and catch it and score it really quickly and knew the situation. So with her experience, that was the right person to go to.
Yeah, if you're going to hit one, it might as well be that one, right?
Absolutely.
And you guys get out of there with a win in a tough place to play,
Very tough.
Be honest. And the momentum really did carry over to Brookings on Saturday. You started really strong at Frost Arena.
We really did. I think that says a lot about our kids too. We are continuing to grow each year and to continuing to build, and you have to approach every game the same. And I know that that's not always the case with a big rivalry game. There's a lot of external noise. There's a lot of extra media. Maybe there's a lot of extra voices, and different for us this year to be able to play a Thursday game before going there to play a Saturday game. Typically, you're preparing all week for it. So I think that was a good thing for us. It was a quick turnaround. Our kids adjusted and looked at a new scout really quickly. And you're right. Shots were falling really early, and I think that helped give us a ton of confidence. Love the way that we came out fearless, and really feel like took the crowd out of it, at least in the first part of the game. It was fairly quiet in there from other times that I remember, and I think that's a huge piece of it too, is controlling that. Now to carry that going forward, I think will be huge for us.
Yeah, up 21-14 after the first quarter. That Jack's defense, what they're known for, settled into that second frame, outscored you 22-7, and really grabbed control. And you played pretty even after that second quarter, but it was just that 10 minutes again.
Yeah, it was, and I don't even know that it was 10 minutes. I think it was really a bad 6 minutes, and it was actually good looks. When you go back and look at it, it was a 15-0 run by them, and there's just certain times that we've got to continue to grow, certain turnovers that we've got to just eliminate completely, the unforced, really. I realize their defense is really strong. They maybe up the ball pressure a little bit, but I think there's a lot of things still within our control. There's a couple layups we missed, a couple open threes. Against a good team like that, you're just going to have to make shots, especially on the road, and you're going to have to make it count whenever they give you those opportunities.
2-3 in Summit League play with a big weekend at home coming up this weekend. You guys have not won in the league yet here. And I know that's a big thing you're looking for this week, starting with Denver on Thursday.
Yeah, huge opportunities for us this week. And again, I keep saying this about our league, but it is back and forth. It's a dogfight every night. These teams are coming ready to play. It's not like it has been in the past as far as being so top heavy and then some of the bottom feeders. Everybody is coming ready to play, and I think every game's competitive. And I think our team believes me now after seeing the games. And we were really the games that we have won. We're really, really close to losing, in fact. So every game is you're going to have to be ready. But I think Denver brings a ton to the table. Obviously, you're looking at the two of us, our teams, and thinking there's going to be a lot of threes flying on Thursday night. But we've got to be selective about that. I think we're going to have to guard the arc, and we're going to have to really control that piece. They love to shoot it and attempt 29 attempts a game. So just to get out there and contest everyone that we can and then go and rebound, right? Long shots and long rebounds. But Michaela Manette inside is a great shot blocker still for them, obviously reigning Defensive Player of the Year and just a great inside presence. And then they have Jones back, who I think did not play against us last year, but is a huge piece for him. If she can get going, then I think she provides some matchup problems too. So a really aggressive team, one that comes in flying, has a ton of energy. So glad that we're on our home floor when we face them.
And then Saturday coming in, Kansas City, and that's a team that's very different even than it was a year ago in terms of personnel, and one that certainly capable of giving you some fits.
No question. Turning teams over a ton, and I think that's a huge point of emphasis for us. Obviously, we haven't been great in that category here through conference play, really, and we continue to emphasize it. It's got to be something that we make a priority every single night when we go out. Valuing the basketball is huge. That's what Kansas City wants to do. And like you said, a lot of new faces, roster turnover almost completely, but have been pretty balanced in their scoring, have changed up lineups a whole bunch. So I know it's going to be a team that's really athletic, that's going to play really hard. Again, another team that we're just going to have to be ready to go for on Saturday.
All right, well, good luck to you this week. Look forward to talking about it all next Monday.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you.